no problems with the offensive play calling. Never will. I know exactly what we're calling. So if you got a problem with that, you should look to me.
Nah, that ain't it, Jonathan Gannon. That was Jonathan Gannon asked by the media if he has a problem with the Arizona Cardinals offensive play calling. And he gave us that. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content on this channel. We're covering the Arizona Cardinals news, breaking news, conversational pieces, everything surrounding your favorite team. And ladies and gentlemen, subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. But today, after the Arizona Cardinals lose a heartbreaking loss to the San Francisco 49ers by 1 point in a game where we had the defense make multiple plays for the offense to do something, Jonathan Gannon was asked by the media after the game if he had an issue with the offensive play calling. And let me just play it one more time. This is what Jonathan Gannon had to say.
I have no problems with the offensive play calling. Never will. I know exactly what we're calling. So if you got a problem with that, you should look to me.
Now, I want to be very clear, ladies and gentlemen, that Jonathan Gannon is not one of those head coaches that like to throw people under the bus. He hasn't been one of those guys. He never will be one of those guys. And is this an attempt for Jonathan Gannon to come out here to protect either the offensive side of the ball or Drew Petzing in general? Whatever the situation is, right now, Arizona Cardinal fans are absolutely upset with this response. And honestly, I am too. I get the I'm taking accountability. I get the he's trying to back his offensive coordinator. But ladies and gentlemen, with what we've been seeing for already more than a year, that the Arizona Cardinals offensive side of the ball has been the Achilles heel of the Arizona Cardinals under the Jonathan Gannon regime, and it hasn't changed yet. Now, as of right now, I think we would be talking, in a better situation if the Arizona Cardinals offense looked competent, if the Arizona Cardinals offense looked like they were able to move down the ball down the field, and the miscommunication between Kyler and Marvin Harrison Jr. was fixed. But that's the problem. There has not been a fix to a big issue with your fourth overall pick in Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, at half, Marvin Harrison Jr. only had 2 targets go his way, right? Had 1 reception for 6 yards. Now, this is not one of those videos that I'm going to say, oh, throw the ball over to Marvin Harrison Jr. There was 2 crucial drops by Marvin Harrison Jr. One, which was easily a 25-plus yard attempt that nobody was around him. He probably could have walked to the touchdown. And another one where he threw his body, and that could have been a touchdown if he just came down with the ball. So, like I said, this is not going to be, I'm going to come to the defense of Marvin Harrison Jr. He's still a guy that I'm going to back until proven otherwise. I still do think he's going to be, obviously, our wide receiver number 1. But we got a big issue on our hands. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but Jonathan Gannon, this nonchalant attitude, it's rare. It's wearing out real thin. Now, we did see James Conner get hurt in this game. This was the view of what it looked like from a press box. Obviously, shout out here to Darren Urban for providing us this screenshot here. JC, aka James Conner, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good one bit. We had a couple players take it over to the social media world, one of them being Trey Benson, his right-hand man, coming out here with a tweet saying this, "Got you for life, 6. I promise." And seeing him being carted off, and we do not have an update from Jonathan Gannon. Now, it's not Jonathan Gannon's fault, obviously, right? He doesn't want to speak too soon, but this looks like a season-ending injury, right? Or at least a multiple-week type of injury that he's going to be missing multiple weeks. That's what this looks like here, right? So am I pushing the panic button on the season? I mean, not quite yet, but I'm also living in a realistic world that the physicality of this offense runs through James Conner. That's who it runs through. It runs through James Conner. Now, Trey Benson's got he's got big shoes to fill at the end of the day. Is he going to be able to fill it? Well, let's all hope that he's going to be able to fill those shoes, because James Conner was the physical aspect of this offensive side of the ball. He brought that dog mentality to this offense. Now, he hasn't had a good season so far, but nevertheless, you have JC out there. I would rather have him out there than not. But now we're living in a world where We hear Jonathan Gannon come out and say, "Oh no, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it, right? If you have any issues, you come to me." Well, Cardinal fans are coming to you now. Cardinal fans are getting upset about what you responded to with the question that you probably could have answered as, "Hey, I want to look at the film. I want to see exactly what happened." But no, you came to the defense of the offense that has not proven that they deserve to be come to the defense to at all. Now, I will give the Arizona Cardinals the mulligan in week one, although it pisses me off to say I will give them a mulligan because they should have played their starters in preseason, which I don't get what they don't understand. Play your players in preseason. The biggest aspect of why these two miscommunication guys and Kyler and Marvin Harrison Jr. still can't get it, I don't understand it. Why aren't you playing these guys if they're not pat down and the communications are down? Why? So pains me to say, but I'll give them a mulligan, right? But there's no way in hell I'm going to accept that Jonathan Gannon is coming out here and saying that he's got no issues with the offensive playing calling. When I'm doing my live play-by-play, I kid you not, everybody. I kid you not. I know as a podcaster, as a fan, when a run is coming. I know. I know when it's coming. Imagine what these millionaires, smart football players are thinking. They know too. They know too. This is week 2 right here of the Arizona Cardinals pulling off the dub. 220 yards. James Conner, 34 yards. Trey McBride, 78 yards. The issue is still there. What are we getting in this philosophy here? What are we getting with this philosophy here? Marvin's not getting the ball. And when he is, he's dropping the ball. And in this game here, per the numbers, Mac Jones just did a little bit more than our current state of the offense. What aren't we getting? I do not like this response. I think Jonathan Gannon could have came out and gave us something a little bit better, more politically correct. This is not an offense that you should be puffing your chest up and say, "Oh, we're fine, we're good, it's okay." It's not okay. No, it's not. The Arizona Cardinals have a real big issue in the offensive side of the ball, and we all told you, every single one of these fans told this organization, you got to go after a wide receiver. And you didn't. You didn't do it in the draft. You didn't do it in free agency. You brought back the exact same weaponry that you did last year when we had the same problem last year. What don't you get? Monty Ossenfort, I'm looking at you too. Where's the Monty Ossenfort questions, the hard questions that are being asked to Monty? Where's these wide receivers that we were all clamoring about? Get us another wide receiver, a playmaker that's different than said Marvin Harrison Jr. Where are they? No. They said, nah, we're good. And then the audacity for Jonathan Gannon to come out and says, no, I have no problem with it. If you have a problem, you come see me. Well, I'm coming to see you in this video. I have a big problem with this response. I really do. This isn't a thing that makes me feel better as a Cardinal fan. This doesn't make me feel confident that this offense is going to do something different because we're supposed to evolve, right? We're supposed to evolve. This ain't no evolution. This is the same predictable offense we've seen all year long. When are we going to finally get it? When is it finally going to click? Because we should have won this game if the offense was able to be competent enough, either play calling or execution. I don't care. Put it in the comments, whatever floats your boat. I can care 2 S's. To me, the most important thing is fixing it, and you still haven't been able to fix it. That's the problem. And you come out and say, oh, I have no problem with the offensive play calls. I know when the run is going to happen. I know, as a guy doing a live play-by-play, I know when it's going to happen. You're telling me that these millionaires, smart football geniuses, Coaches that have been doing it all their life don't know when a run's coming up the middle. This ain't it. This ain't it, Jonathan Gannon. If you were trying to get the fans on your side, this was not the attempt to do that. The Cardinals fans right now are pissed. We had a game that was slipped out of our fingers with the defense that's doing everything in their power to stay in these games. And of course, guess what? The Arizona Cardinals can't finish games. Murray said it, that this is going to come back and bite us in the ASS. Well, guess what? It didn't. It happened. The 49ers are the better team compared to the other teams. And guess what? You still can't fix the offense. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your overall thoughts? Are you as kind of ticked off as I am when it comes down to the comment here from Jonathan Gannon? Let me know in the comments. Do you have confidence that they're going to be able to fix this thing? Well, let me know. Appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day and go Cardinals.